Welcome to the Rent to Rent Success podcast, all about creating consistent cash flow, escaping the 9-to-5, and really living life on your terms. This is the only podcast entirely dedicated to helping you achieve rent to rent success. It's our place to inspire each other to believe bigger, to be bolder, and to be game changers for good. I'm Stephanie Taylor, your guide on this exciting ride. Let's start up the engines and get ready to fly. Hello, hello, hello. It's Stephanie here. Welcome aboard episode 36 of the Rent to Rent Success podcast. And today we're talking about one of your most valuable assets, time. How much of it do you need for rent to rent? If you're joining us for the first time today, do go back to episode 1 as the episodes build on each other to give you that full view of rent to rent success. And welcome. It's great to have you here for the first time. And if you're a regular listener, lots of love to you too. I'm excited today because we have just decided on a name for our publishing company. Now, those of you who've been with me for a while will know that our book is coming out soon. And we are publishing it ourselves. And it's going to be called the Double Dash Publishing Company. Because I love Dachshunds, the best dog in the world. And there are 2 of us, so that's where the double came from. And after lots of name ideas, this perfect name came to us. Double Dash, so it's double and then D-A-S-H. It also means a long pause. And that's used to denote when an idea is taking a new direction. And that's what we want for this book as well, that it's rent to rent with a new direction, ethical, all about ethical and getting great results, changing our lives, changing your lives, and changing the lives of the people that we work with. So we're super excited about it. And we're going to have a pre-launch exclusively for people on our VIP list with an incredible offer. So sign up at rent2rentbook.com if you want to be part of that. It's rentbook.com. Okay. Now, let's get back to today. The question, is rent to rent too time consuming? The answer, it depends what you compare it to. If you compare rent to rent to a full-time job working 40 hours a week, 40 weeks for 40 years, no, rent to rent is not very time consuming. If you compare it to buying assets and then having them managed by someone else, yes, it is more time consuming than that. There's a triangle for investors, really. Time, money, and knowledge. When you're starting with little money, you'll invest more time and more knowledge. And when you're starting with more money, you can invest less time. So you can buy assets when you're starting off with a lot of money. You can buy assets and you can also pay for other people to manage those assets, which means it doesn't take up a lot of your time. So with rent to rent, what we get is the consistent cash flow benefits of owning a property without having to buy it, without having to make that investment. And then we only need to put in a very small investment in terms of money. And we can do that because we put in this knowledge that not many people know, and we put in some time. Now, in the beginning, it's going to take you a few hours a week. But once you get set up, it's going to be reduced back to a few hours a month. And I see so many people taking much, much, much longer to manage their properties because they haven't set things up with the end in mind. They haven't set things up with the simple systems and processes that make life easier. Now, we often have people who join us on the Rent to Rent Kickstarter program who already have their first deals, but it doesn't feel light. It doesn't feel easy. And that's why they join us, to actually get access to our proven systems that mean that your business is easily outsourceable, and they save your time, your money, and your sanity. And the ironic thing is, it's easy to set up and it's easier to run a good, organized, well-managed HMO business than it is to run a disorganized and chaotic one. It's easier to keep things on the rails. But let's compare in terms of time. Say you've got 5 rent-to-rent properties. Even with an average profit of £500 per month cash flow per property, and often the properties will be more than that, that's the profit, £500 a month after you've taken out all your bills and your running costs. That would give you a profit after costs of £2,500 per month for a few hours work each month. Now, compare that with an average UK salary of £24,500. That's the Office of National Statistics figure. £24,500 average salary in February 2020, where if you're lucky, you work 40 hours a week. Maybe you work a lot more. That's 160 hours a week over in an average month. And maybe your role is very stressful. Maybe you have to ask for holidays. Maybe you have a rough commute. Maybe you have that sinking feeling every Sunday. So yeah, you do put some time into rent to rent. It's not time free, but it's a few hours a month, much less than you would for a full-time job. And it's freedom to live life on your terms. And if you want to, with a small number of properties, to earn the equivalent of the average UK salary, working a few hours a month. So is rent worth it? Yes, absolutely. You invest some time and the payoff is life-changing. For many people, R2R is a stepping stone. The lower investment needed to get started mean it's a great way to generate that higher cash flow. And then the cash flow can be invested in buying properties like we've done. I remember in Rent to Rent Rockstars episode where Maria talked about the lease option that she has on one of her properties, which means that she can buy it over time without needing a big deposit to get started. If you didn't see that episode, you can watch it in your podcast app, or you can check it out at renttorentsuccess.com/Maria. And if you want more than this, remember, we have got a treasure trove of rent-to-rent goodies over at the renttorentsuccess.com/blog. And there you can search for whatever you want. A lot of people don't know that that blog is totally searchable, and it searches the whole website. So next episode, the myth I'll be busting is what to do if you can't fill all your rooms. That's a big worry that I know people have. So join me next time if you want to know all about that. Until then, have a great rest of the week. And remember, believe bigger, be bolder, be a game changer. See you soon.
Thank you so much for listening. If you like the links for anything mentioned in today's episode, or if voice is not enough and you want to see us on video too, you can find all the show notes and lots more at renttorentsuccess.com. That's rent number 2, rentsuccess.com. If you've enjoyed today's episode, we'd super appreciate it if you would take a few minutes to review it in your podcast app. Remember, we'll be donating to our B1G1 charities too for each review you give. Until then, believe bigger, be bolder, be a game changer.